Greetings, YouTube. Today I'll be talking about a Craftsman multi-tool. I picked this up at Sears. I think it was going for $7. I think it might have been on sale, but I'm not 100% sure. And this came on this card, which is pleasantly recyclable. So I take this off, I'll check this, and I'll recycle that. And this is designed to emulate both a Gerber and a Leatherman models, though I don't know which one. It's the one that's got the scissors. First off, you'll notice spring-loaded scissors. Nice touch. Now, scissors I think are a good choice for a lot of people's day-to-day lives because they're a tool that I think many people are going to be using more often than pliers. This is a pretty thick construction. It has a nice feel to it. There is these are riveted, so there's no real adjustment in here. But for $7, I'm not too worried about that. These are star drives, so in theory you could take these apart, though I'm not 100% sure why you'd want to do that. But you can. There are tools in here, so let's take a look at the tools. There we go. This is a screwdriver and a cap lifter. One thing I did notice right off the bat that these tools deploy a whole lot easier than Gerber tools or Leatherman tools I've encountered. They really do, and each has a spring for locking it in place, slip joint, so I appreciate that. This is a key ring, which came out with this one. It does that. It's kind of on the loose side, but it's a key ring if you want to hang this off your keys. That's something I'm going to do. This is a small Phillips head, but because it is chromed, you're probably going to get some slippage on this, but it's not horrible. And if you go in here, there's actually a little bit of grip on that V, so on the V's, the notches. So maybe you'd be okay in that regard. Put that back, and then we pull out this, which is a well, in theory, this is a bottle opener. Now it's got a bevel on it. A can opener rather. This has a bevel. Okay, so that has a bevel, so that's good. So if you were to close this up, and you can come in like this. And you were to put this on your cans here, and you come in and you go, and you work your way around, you might be able to open a can with this. I have not done it. I am not going to do it. But it's probably going to be a smidge on the difficult side. But if you're in a tough situation and you have any other options, this is better than not getting the can opener at all. And that is a wire bender. Though I don't know how often people encounter wire bending in the 21st century. Here we have a knife blade, and the knife blade is not all that sharp. I'll be honest, it's sharper in one direction than the other, so it means it's got a burr on it. But it is a knife blade, and you should be able to hold that up to at least be able to open up letters and do fruit. Now, they call this an awl. It's got no edge. It's just a point, and it's not a particularly sharp point. So for this to be an awl, there should, in my opinion, there should be a bevel on one side, whichever side bevel, that doesn't really matter, because that way when you put something in and you push it, you can actually turn it and then actually remove material. Because an awl isn't just about poking something. A good awl is about removing material so you can get a hole started in wood or in leather. So if you need to punch a hole in a belt or something when you're in the field. So not the best awl I've ever seen, but I guess it would actually poke a hole, some kind of hole. And then we have a classic nail file. So you've got in here, clean your nails with it. And it's got a file on two sides. This one here is a little more aggressive than this one on that side. Mostly useful for doing your fingernails or maybe some wood. I wouldn't necessarily want to have to use this on a whole lot of metal. These were available in, here we go, Craftsman. These were available in like 5 or 6 colors. I was actually quite impressed by the number of colors they were available, and I picked greens because I thought it was kind of scaly looking, so I kind of liked the way that looked. But again, for $7, for a lot of people who don't ordinarily carry a multi-tool, this is a lower buy-in point, literally, than the Leatherman or Gerbers are going to be. So this may be the kind of thing that you get for the person that doesn't normally carry a multi-tool. Maybe it's for your mother or your sister or something like that, who's someone who is not likely to carry a pair of pliers, but could find use for a pair of scissors. Okay, you know, because these are the kind of things that will help someone get into carrying gear, and carrying gear is important to me. I think it's important for all of us to carry gear that could then be used in the field, everyday life. You know, if you can cut something, that gives you an edge, literally, over someone who can't. So, there you go, folks. This has been the Craftsman 10-in-1 Mini Multitool. I think it's a winner.